What is up, guys? DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today I have a cool video on the ONN 8-inch tablet. It's a 32 gig memory with 2 gigs of RAM, and it is a nice little tablet from the ONN company, which is kind of related to Walmart. So I think it's a decent tablet. It gets a lot of flack because it's not the fastest thing out there, but you got to think about the price you're getting it for and the value and options you're going to get with it as well. So I think it's a nice little value. I wanted to bring it to you because I didn't see a lot of videos on it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, tutorial videos, tech, all kinds of items that I like to review. Please tune into my channel. So much content coming for the summer. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on my channel and a lot of reviews, a lot of items on all kinds of stuff. Thank you guys so much to all my subscribers. You guys are all awesome. I like to make review videos. I just like to help. I like to do the research so you don't have to. Do items that you just don't see a lot of videos out there on. Do pros and cons, and then leave some links in case you guys are interested, and bring all this stuff to you as easy as possible and in the best words that I can. So this is the ONN tablet, right? I have it open and everything. Looks pretty good. I don't really have a lot of issues with this tablet, and I will just say it right off the box. It is a great internet surfer. You know, internet surfing, watching occasional videos, maybe watching a movie on it. It is the best for that, and I am okay with that. Now, if you're a gamer, this might not be for you because the gaming experience is not the best. I will just be upfront with that. It is not the best. It's a little choppy. It's not smooth. Those types of things. Can you game on it? Absolutely. You can game on it. You can try it. You can try it out for sure. It'll play some games decent. But for most people, it's not going to be the most pleasant experience for gaming. But if you just want to do the basics on this, internet surf, go through your apps, go shopping, doing things like that, absolutely just shines. And for the price point of around $89, or buying it refurbished between $40 and $60, it's a steal. I don't understand the problem with a under $100 tablet for basic use. So, and that's what this thing can definitely perform. So that's kind of the general overview. Let's go into the specs on this. Now, I did purchase this refurbished, and when I purchased it refurbished, all you're going to get is the actual tablet itself and a charge cable. You don't even get an adapter for the charging cable to plug into the wall. You just get the charging cable and this, and that's all I got. No instructions, nothing like that. You can find the instructions online, and you can pick up a little adapter really cheap as well. So I'll leave some links for those types of things if you're interested. And then this is the navy blue model. We're going to go over all the stats there. You see it does change views. It does take a second there. Like I said, it's not the speediest little thing, but it does get the job done, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with this guy. You can get it in different colors. It is black and navy blue. This one is the navy blue. It is the ONN 8-inch tablet, 32 gigs of memory, 2 gigs of RAM. It is Android 11, this particular model. Some are Android 10, so keep an eye on that. There is also a Pro model and a Go model. This is a Pro model, which has a 5 megapixel camera. There is a Go model that's kind of based more for kids, and it has a 2 megapixel camera, which is a really big difference in cameras. So it'll have the front and rear camera, but it's only a 2 megapixel camera on the Go and a 5 megapixel on the Pro. There's no flash on this device, so could be a negative later. All right, so it does have a 1280 by 800 resolution, which is pretty decent for this type of tablet, and is an LCD screen. No LED here, nothing crazy for the price point, okay? It does have allegedly a 10-hour battery life is what they claim. We'll talk about that later. About 2 hours for charging on a completely dead battery, so that's not too bad because it does have USB Type-C, so it does have USB Type-C upgrading for the charging. Like I said, that 5 megapixel front and rear camera. And it does have, like I said, no flash. It doesn't have any kind of warranty unless you're buying it from Walmart. Then you could probably return it for 30 days. Bluetooth, has an internal speaker, has a 3.5 millimeter jack, and no SIM card, but it does have everything a Google Play Store would have, an Android type tablet. And like I said, I did pick this one up refurbished, so pretty cool there. The Wi-Fi, it does have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5.0 gigahertz, so pretty cool on the Wi-Fi. You have both options there. That's probably all the details. Let's talk about this Like I said, I got it refurbished and it did come back pretty nice in nice navy blue color. It does have your camera up front. It does have your speaker on the bottom, the USB Type-C right here. And it does have your microphones right in here and your speaker on this side right down here in those little ports. On the side, it does have your on button here and a volume button. Let's see if you can, yeah, you guys can see that. It does have your power button right here and your volume buttons right here. On the top, it does have a 3.5mm jack and then a little clip here. And you can lift it out, little plastic tab that you have your micro SD, so you can upgrade your memory, which is a positive in my book. Now, I did pick up a little camera cover on here that I picked up from ONN as well at Walmart, and it works pretty good. It's just a little slider and you can take that on and put it on. I do have a screensaver on this as well to protect it. I don't have a case for it, and just because I put this in a holder a lot, and sometimes those holders can't fit around those cases. So this one is caseless, but always want to protect your things, so case is always good. But I do have that screen protector on it. And for the most part, like I said, the screen looks pretty decent in my opinion. It does move decently. It's not crazy. And you can go to your options. There's a lot of options on this. So if you go to your options, it does load up pretty decently. It does have an on-body detection. So basically, if you turn that on, as long as it's moving and it's in your hands and it senses that it's moving, it stays on. But as soon as you put it down and set it and it senses that it's not moving anymore, it will auto lock. So that doesn't count if you hand it to somebody else, but if you set it down on a table, let it sit for a couple seconds, it will auto lock for you. So that's kind of a cool little feature. It does have a nightlight schedule, so you can set it to go to a darker screen at nighttime, so it's not hurting your eyes. So you can set that schedule. You can customize it with your wallpapers and all kinds of stuff. Has the internet, Bluetooth, battery display, will show your display, your sound, a do not disturb mode, your storage, location, so you can turn GPS on this, so it will have that. Your Google, it shows you all your accounts, parent controls, all that kind of stuff. It has a Dura speed, so you can kind of focus certain apps to run, and it kind of blocks other apps from running in the background. So that's a nice little feature as well. And it does have the Android system 11, so Android 11 on this. So you kind of watch out for that too, because some of them have Android 10. This one does have Android 11, like I said. So it has everything basically you need in a little tablet, guys. And you can switch it around and it'll change. You can see it did. It's a little slow, but it does work. It's not the fastest thing, like I said. Let's go ahead and just load an app. So we'll go to YouTube. You can see that it takes a couple seconds to load, but it's not anything too crazy. Some apps will take a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and search one of my videos here. So that loads up. Let's go ahead and play it, see how long that takes. And perfect, there's commercial, you can see it. There's the screen. Not too bad. You can hear the sound. The volume is, let's check the volume. The volume is up a little bit, so it doesn't have the most volume. The speaker is a little bit light, but it's okay. It will distort at high volumes, so maybe a little bit of a negative on the speaker, but the screen is actually pretty decent here. And when you watch movies, you actually have a really nice screen, in my opinion. When you're watching movies, it will go to full screen there. You do get a little glare, you notice, when you're at extreme angles, but if you're just watching it straightforward, you do have a pretty good screen there. So, and then if you actually were watching movies and you're really kind of critical about watching movies, adjust the brightness, which all you have to do is just, once you're out of your apps there, you can bring the little screen down and you can adjust the brightness right here, or you can go into the settings as well, but this is just a quick bar that you can get to. And adjust the brightness a little bit, and you can actually get a pretty solid, dark, nice movie type screen. And it's pretty impressive. I actually enjoyed watching a movie on this. So pretty cool there. So you do pack a little punch. Like I said, some apps load slower than others, and you can, exit out of everything just like everything else. But some, like I said, apps take longer than others, but for the most part, it's not too bad. It's pretty decent overall, good experience, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down. And let's go ahead and talk really quick about, let's talk about positives and negatives. Absolutely, value on this tablet is there. I mean, if you can get it for $89 or less, refurbished between 40 and 60, I think that's a great internet surfer. Do all your social media, internet surf, watch videos and movies, listen to your music. You can do a lot of things. It's absolutely great for that. So absolutely, the value and the options and everything you get with it, why not? It's pretty simple. The screen, like I said, has a positive and a negative. The screen looks really good, actually, if you're looking at it straight on, but as soon as you kind of turn it to the angles, then that could be a negative. So you get a little bit of glare with that. The apps on it, you know, solid. You can get everything from the Android Play Store, from the Google Play Store, so there's a lot of options there for you. So there is a lot of options with that. You do get the Wi-Fi, both Wi-Fi's 2.4 and 5.0, which is a positive to me. And you get the upgradability to get more memory, and that's what's good about Android devices, is that you can add more memory. Compared to an iPad, you can't really do that. Now, I'm not comparing it to an iPad at all, because an iPad does outperform this by a lot, but I do like some of the capabilities of being able to upgrade your memory, which you can't do on an iPad. So an iPad is better, but you're going to pay a lot more for it. So for the value, like I said, for this is still pretty good. Other than that, I do like the options you can have with it, the way, you know, everything's set up, and you can drag things down and do things like that. Pretty nice little options, and extra options with like the body detection and the modes that you can put it in. Pretty solid for a less than $100 tablet. So especially if you find it for refurbished or things like that, it's a pretty good value. Negatives. We'll go back to that screen. Like I said, the negative can be a screen issue when you have the glare with the different angles. So the screen, definitely. The speed, guys, you do get 2 gigs of RAM, but I don't know how it's working, because you do have some slowness with certain apps. Like I said, it could take up to 10 seconds for an app to load. Sometimes, depending on the app, YouTube loaded pretty quick, but depending on the app, so it could take a little bit. It's not the fastest little thing out there, but it's definitely decent. The speakers, probably one of my biggest negatives is the speakers, along with the camera, but we'll talk about that in a second. The speaker is just really quiet, in my opinion. It doesn't have a lot of volume. It is, when it's right in front of you, it is acceptable, but it doesn't have a lot of volume, no bass, and distorts at high volumes. So it is what it is. So it's nice that this has a 3.5 millimeter jack and Bluetooth, so you can pair to your favorite headset or headphones or things like that, earbuds, plug them in, whatever you want. It is nice that it has that. The camera software, okay, this one is my biggest negative on this. The camera software is very, very bad. You have to be very, very steady, on mine at least, for the camera to work perfectly. And if you're not steady, they're blurry, choppy, things like that. So the camera software is not that great. It's really hard to focus sometimes and do things like that. Kind of annoying using the camera, in my opinion. But if you can get it to stay absolutely steady, it takes decent pictures and video if you can get it to stay steady. So that's with that. And then battery life is suspicious on this. I don't think you'll get 10 hours. In my opinion, the most I've got is 8 hours, just light use, videos, doing things out throughout the day. I've gotten 8 hours with it. If you're watching videos, you're definitely going to get 2 to 3 hours. If you're doing a multiple of things with watching videos and internet surfing and doing things, maybe between 4 to 6 hours. So you're really pushing it to the 8 hours, but you'd have to be light use throughout the day, those types of things. So watching videos definitely going to kill it with 2 to 3 hours, and then things like that. And then the final negative, guys, is gaming. Now, if you're going to ask about gaming, I just wouldn't ask about gaming, because it's not going to be the best experience, and I'm not going to demonstrate that or anything, but it's just not smooth. It's a little choppy. I don't think it has quite enough power. It should have enough power, but it just doesn't quite, it's not the best, in my opinion. It's not the smoothest thing out there to game on. Can you game on it? Yes, you can. Is it going to be the best experience? No, it is not. So that's where we're at on the gaming part of this tablet. I just don't think it's made for that. It's made to be a great internet surfer and video watcher, play your music, those types of things with some headphones. And then it's solid, man. It's a solid, decent tablet for the price point of under $100. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully this is a useful review on 8-inch Pro, and make sure you decipher between the Pro and the Go. The Go does have that 2 megapixel camera instead of the 5, so you kind of want the Pro so you can get a better camera, and it's just probably a better experience with the Pro than the Go in my opinion. But I've never used the Go, so I can't absolutely say that, but it does have better features on the Pro, of course. So make sure you decipher between that. Once again, 32 gigs of memory internally, but you can upgrade. One little thing too is technically it says 32 gigs, but you really only have 28 gigs when you start the tablet. So you're losing 4 gigs for the software and things that are in this tablet. And then after you load like all your apps that you're probably going to upload right away, like your Disney, your Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, you're probably going to be already about 11 gigs of internal storage. So that's only going to leave you like 17 gigs left. So make sure you kind of plan for upgrading the memory with a memory micro SD card. So something to put out there too, so on the memory. But like I said, for the price point, the value, the features that you get on this, the screen is decent. It just can get the job done for some great internet surfing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you guys like review videos, tune in for some more coming soon. On 8-inch tablet, 32 gigs, 2 gigs of RAM, and just a decent little internet surfer. I'm out.